Where's my where's my wallet?
On New Year's Eve at 6:24 p.m. in Las Vegas, Nevada, some guy showed up at a house looking to cause trouble. He began by angrily kicking the door and didn't just leave it at that. He also chucked a rock at the front door multiple times.
You're a fucking piece of fucking shit! Mother.
Fortunately, there was no one at home, and the door was sturdy enough to prevent him from getting in. Corey Brown targeted Kevin Quake's house for the third time, showing up in broad daylight. He rang the doorbell, ran away, and later threw a brick through the kitchen window. Despite having a history of burglary arrests and being monitored by an ankle bracelet, Brown tried to break into Quake's home, but was foiled by Quake's dog.
I couldn't dial 911 fast enough. What is it with this guy and what does he want with my house? This is the third time. I think that's what ultimately deterred him. Yeah, it messes with your mind a little.
After previous incidents, including one where about $7,000 were stolen, Quake had installed security cameras and a motion-activated doorbell with a camera.
When somebody motion activates or they physically push the doorbell, either one, it notifies me wherever I'm at.
Hi, nice to meet you.
This time, the security system captured a clear image of Brown's face.
They had this guy arrested in less than an hour. We don't need a guy like this out burglarizing homes, because I'm not the only victim here. I'm not the only house this guy's gone to. He's got quite a record.
The camera captures chilling screams, sounding like someone is terrified for their life. The screams continue for what feels like forever. Eventually, it becomes clear that the screams are coming from a nearby house. Faced with this situation, would you rush over to help, or would you call the police? In Walkden, Manchester, a man was just about to leave his home when two armed robbers confronted him and stole his BMW right in front of his house.
Pardon?
What's your car over?
No. I said no.
You what? No.
No.
Why?
Whoa.
Give me a car, mate.
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Give me a car, mate. I need it. Fuck about the good thing. Hey.
Thomas! Someone just stole my car.
Following the incident, one of the culprits, 24-year-old Endador Rahman, was apprehended and charged with robbery and carrying a bladed weapon in public. He has been remanded into custody. Authorities are still searching for the second perpetrator, and unfortunately, the stolen BMW has yet to be recovered. On January 20th, 2024, at 4:17 a.m. in Vallejo, California, police engaged in a chase with suspects involved in a car theft. The pursuit ended in a driveway where one suspect managed to escape on foot, while the other was not as fortunate and was apprehended by the police. The stolen vehicle involved in the chase was successfully recovered. In Vallejo, California, 2 individuals attempted to break into a yard during broad daylight. After gaining entry, they tampered with the camera to avoid being identified.
Hey, get the off my yard!
Following their theft, they left the scene. Late at night, a man attempted to force his way into a house by repeatedly kicking the door. Despite his efforts, he was unable to break in and ultimately left the scene. Incidents like this highlight the significance of the Second Amendment and the right to defend oneself against such intruders. In Houston, Texas, around 8 p.m., a man was just walking by himself when suddenly 2 guys jumped him and robbed him. Seriously, these troublemakers need to find something more productive to do than picking on people and stealing. In Carlisle, a man appearing to be under the influence approached a house in broad daylight, engaging in loud, incomprehensible self-dialogue.
Oh, hello, God. Being 10 into, you know we're going to do how many tests I've been through this. Christopher, baby! I've been waiting! 2 o'clock!
It seemed as though he might attempt to enter the home, but after a few moments of talking to no one in particular, he chose to walk away.
Yoga! Splash! Water! Yeah. Oh, yes. I say security to the run. 6. No passage on brother down. Oh, I can tell we are promoting.
The behavior suggested he could be experiencing mental distress or the effects of substance use. Regardless of the cause, it was clear the man was in need of medical assistance. At 1:59 a.m. in North London, 2 individuals targeted an unlocked car. One entered the vehicle and attempted to start it using the ignition button, but the car required the key to be present inside to operate. He tried using an electronic scanner on the dashboard, while his accomplice used another scanner at the front door of the house, hoping to capture the signal from the ignition key if it was left nearby. However, the homeowner habitually took the car key upstairs at night, foiling their plan. Their attempt was further thwarted when they noticed movement through the hall window, seeing only a vague shape through the glass, which led them to abandon their theft attempt and flee, leaving the car undisturbed. Around 12:30 p.m. on November 25, 2020, Anthony Quinn's home was the scene of a robbery where his wife was threatened at knife point by 5 masked individuals. The assailants, targeting their son's BMW M141, confronted Mrs. Quinn as she was unloading groceries, demanding the car keys. Amidst her screams for help, one intruder entered the house, continuing to demand the keys and threatening the family dog.
Now stop screaming. Stop screaming now. You shut up, man. Shut up. Shut up. I'm not over. What do you think you're moving? What do you think you're moving? Let your hand back, bro. Stay there. Oh, stay there.
Despite her protests of not having a handbag, the robbers found the keys in the kitchen. They stole the BMW and fled the scene.
Jesus, where's the BMW key? Where the I'll kill that dog, you know. I'll kill that dog. I'll kill that dog, mom's life. Oh, your dog, bro. Where are they, bro? Your dog, real quick.
Three of the culprits have been caught, but 2 others remain at large. At night, a guy attempted to steal a parked police cruiser. Successfully entering and starting the vehicle, he attempted an escape but was confronted by a gate. In a bold move, he rammed the gate with the cruiser. However, his actions were spotted by a police officer. Realizing he was caught, the suspect parked the cruiser and attempted to flee on foot. Despite his efforts, he didn't make it far and was apprehended just a few feet from the scene. In Downey, California, a guy who seemed to be under the influence wandered into someone's backyard. The homeowner, a courageous woman, tried to confront him verbally. The guy immediately dared her to call the cops.
Yo, who's the owner of this house, G? Get home, I need to speak to the owner.
You are trespassing.
I'm nobody. Trespass, who's the owner of this house? Yeah, call 911.
Then, he started doing martial arts moves right on her porch, as if he wasn't afraid of anyone. It's like he was on something else entirely. He even began exercising with the homeowner's workout dummy, as if he just dropped by for a quick session.
Police, I have a trespasser in my backyard.
Trespass,
A trespasser in my backyard means she's arrogant.
here.
I need help.
You're drunk.
I need help.
Stop doing drugs.
So, the homeowner actually calls the cops, and then the intruder turns around and accuses her of being the one on substances. This twist is surely going to give the police a headache. How would you deal with this situation? On February 8th, 2022, in Saarland, Germany, thieves employing a relay attack technique targeted a residence. Utilizing a large antenna, they captured the signal from the key fob to steal a BMW M2 parked outside, accomplishing the theft in just 56 seconds. The vehicle was quickly gone, and no arrests have followed the incident. This incident highlights a significant vulnerability in keyless car systems. Car manufacturers are actively seeking to enhance security features and release software updates to mitigate such vulnerabilities. In Eugene, Oregon, a man arrived at a person's home and began kicking the front door. He then used a hammer to force the door open. Sadly, he got inside and searched through the house. He had previously scoped out the house using a vehicle he stole, choosing a time when the homeowner was away. It's important to mention that in the US, break-ins happen about every 26 seconds, adding up to around 2.5 million cases each year. A woman shared a video explaining how a man attempted to steal her neighbor's kid's bike. She noticed him and stepped in to stop it. Luckily, her neighbor came outside just in time and reclaimed the bike from the thief.
I don't think so. You need to put that back. You know that person? No.
Big props to her for stepping up. She's truly a great neighbor. This lady thought she could swipe a bike from someone's front yard without anyone catching on, but little did she know, the whole thing was being caught on camera. When the homeowner called her out, she realized she'd been spotted and took off.
Hey, you wanna die? You wanna die? Stupid. Take it. No, take that. Take that. I'll you. Take it. Come back, I swear to God. I'm not home, but come back. Take it.
In Salt Lake City, Utah, a man walked onto someone's porch and unscrewed the porch light, turning it off. He left, but then came back a few minutes later to steal the bike. Maybe he thought the bike matched his shirt, which could be why he decided to take it. It's hard to say for sure. In Seattle, two individuals approached a family's house and stood at the doorstep for about 20 seconds before realizing they were not alone and were being watched through a motion-detecting doorbell. The doorbell sent an alert to Zach Johnson, the homeowner, who was out running errands at the time.
As soon as I saw it, I definitely knew I wanted to talk to them. And I can capture anybody that's coming to my front door or in front of my house.
Using a surveillance app, Johnson spoke to the strangers through the doorbell speaker, surprising them and causing them to run away.
I see you, son. Exactly. I didn't really know what to say. I just said whatever came to my mind, like, hey, I see you. But, and they just took off.
Johnson later posted the video footage on social media and shared it with the police, where it received 20,000 views. His aim was to raise awareness and help others safeguard their homes. The police investigated the incident, but did not find any evidence of an attempted break-in, treating it as a suspicious situation. In Brooklyn, New York, one evening, someone was relaxing on their porch when suddenly two cars crashed into each other. It's unclear what led to the accident, whether it was due to the driver being under the influence or simply not paying attention to the road. It's worth noting that car accidents are a major issue in Brooklyn, leading to billions of dollars in expenses annually, covering medical bills, property damage, lost earnings, and productivity losses. A homeless man tried to enter a residence just as the owner was leaving for work. Fortunately, the homeowner was right at the door when the man walked in and managed to push him out.
Where's my wallet, bro? Why are you yelling at me, dude?
It seems like this man has a habit of walking into people's houses without an invitation. Late at night, when the homeowner was away, a group decided to target a house. Initially, they broke a window to get in, but quickly backed out, seemingly spooked by something inside. Not giving up, they returned shortly after, this time managing to loot the place thoroughly. This trio is still on the loose, with the police actively searching for them. This guy thought he could outwit the cops by hiding in broad daylight. It might have looked like he was pulling it off, but the cops were quick to find him and bring him into custody. Luckily, he chose to hide in the backyard instead of attempting to enter the house, where a mother and her child were present. In Anaheim, California, there's this guy cruising around on a bike at 3 a.m. He finds a car, decides it's his next target, and just smashes the window to get in. Even when the car alarm starts blaring, he doesn't even flinch and keeps going. It turns out, this wasn't his first rodeo. The cops got a bunch of complaints about him breaking into other cars, too. Eventually, the police caught up with him and nabbed him. A man was on the verge of leaping into a neighboring property in an attempt to flee from Savannah police. However, the officers intervened in a timely manner, apprehended him, and took him into custody.
Come on down to me. Hey, come on down to me. Come down to me. Come on down to me. I got you. I got you. Come on. All right. I got you. All right. Stand up. Stand up. Hands by your back. I'm going to be the team. We got to figure out what's going on.
It's reassuring to know that his escape plan was effectively foiled by the quick action of the police. At night, a car stopped, and a guy with a spray can got out. He went straight to someone's front door and began spraying it. Some folks just don't mature, do they? Whether it was meant as a prank or a form of revenge, vandalizing someone's property is downright creepy. In Los Angeles, California, a pair of guys rolled up to someone's place aiming to swipe a cement mixer. The homeowner got a buzz on his phone and called them out, but these guys just shrugged it off and made a run for it with the mixer.
Hey, you pieces of shit. The police are coming. You piece of shit. The police are coming, you.
The homeowner dialed 911, and it didn't take long for the cops to catch up with these crooks and nab them. In St. Louis, Missouri, someone was spotted attempting to stash their suitcase on someone else's property.
Hey, who are you? I'll call the police. I'll call the police. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, I'm calling 911. I'm calling the police. Calling the police. Hey, hey, hey. You call. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Who are you? No. Hey, hey, go, go. No. Hey, stop it, stop it.
I just put my suitcase away.
Who?
I just put my suitcase away. It's too heavy, it's raining.
I don't know. This is private property, you can't do it. No.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'll take my suitcase. I'll take my suitcase, I'm sorry.
He's leaving.
I was just hiding it for right now so I could go get a car to put it. It's too heavy, but I'm sorry. I'll take it.
Faced with this scenario, what would be your move? Would you let him protect his suitcase from the pouring rain, or would you feel compelled to call the police? A guy hopped over someone's fence, looking like he was either on the run or up to something sneaky. Luckily, the homeowner caught him in the act and told him to hit the road.
Get the out of there. I'm watching you, dude. Get the out. What do you think? I'm not seeing you? Go.
It's hard to say what he was after, but it's pretty clear he wasn't up to anything good. Someone popped out of their basement garage for a quick errand upstairs and forgot to close the garage door. Just then, another guy seized the moment, sneaking in to swipe something. Unbeknownst to him, his actions were caught on camera. The homeowner dialed 911, but the thief is still on the loose. In the Netherlands, a video captured a house on the left suddenly collapsing within seconds. The person who posted the video clarified a few things. The collapse was caused by a gas explosion, a rare event in many parts of the world today thanks to improved sensors and safety measures in modern homes. Fortunately, the original poster confirmed that everyone in the house survived, suggesting that people were inside at the time but managed to escape unharmed. The thought that a gas explosion could happen to any home at any moment is deeply disturbing, especially since not everyone might be as fortunate to escape safely. In Denver, Colorado, there was this intense scene where a woman was literally running from a truck chasing her down. Looks like she was in deep trouble, fighting for her life. Imagine stumbling upon that situation. Would you jump in to help out, or would you grab your phone and dial the cops? Some guy showed up at a property looking to break in, but he didn't realize the homeowner was watching him closely. Caught in the act, he tried to wiggle out of it with a weak excuse.
Hello, can I help you? Yeah, maybe not try and break into my house.
Is Joe here?
No, Joe doesn't live there.
Okay, my bad. I thought Joe lived here.
No, definitely not. I don't know anybody on the street named Joe. So I'll let the cops know that you're going into people's houses.
Joe told me he lived here, so I apologize. All right?
No, there's no Joe that lives there. There's no Joe on the street. Have a great day.
Fortunately, his scheme was stopped in its tracks, and he was caught red-handed, sparing the homeowner any trouble. In Los Angeles, California, a guy who seemed to be homeless attempted to leap over someone's fence. However, a vigilant neighbor spotted him mid-action and stopped his plan in its tracks. Big shout out to the neighbor for stepping in and making a difference. Late at night, a man targeted a residence aiming to break in. Unable to bypass the gate and a lockbox, he resorted to damaging a ring camera and another security camera on site. His actions and face were captured clearly on video, allowing the homeowner to share this evidence with the police. This footage played a crucial role in the authorities' ability to apprehend the culprit. In Youngstown, Ohio, a woman attempted her own Spider-Man stunt by scaling a 7-foot-tall door to enter someone's backyard. Fortunately, the homeowner caught her in the act, called the police, and she was charged with trespassing. A man watched as his minivan was stolen right before his eyes. He tried to chase after it, but the carjacker sped away. Despite contacting the Dallas Police Department, the minivan hasn't been found, and the thief is still on the loose. There was this guy who tried to swipe a bike from this house, not realizing the homeowner was watching the whole time. When she told him to scram, he did, but not without threatening to come back.
Please move away from the bikes.
Me?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Turns out it was the 4th attempt in just one day that random folks targeted her place. She rang up the cops, and they did a drive-by but came up empty. Thankfully, she's since moved the bike indoors, so it's out of harm's way for now. A guy was found chilling in someone's backyard in Los Angeles, where he clearly didn't belong. Despite the homeowner repeatedly asking him to leave and even threatening to call the police, he stayed put, using substances on her porch and causing harm to himself.
Sir, the cops are coming if you don't leave. It's not your property. I've asked you multiple times to leave. Please leave. There's an alarm around the whole house.
However, upon the owner's final request, he finally took off. She did call the police, but by the time they showed up, he was nowhere to be found. In Latonia, Kentucky, a woman was seen holding a 6x6 slab of wood, and as a car drove by, she hurled the slab at the vehicle.
Now you're going to jail! No, you're going to jail!
It appears she might be dealing with mental health issues or some other unknown reason, but regardless, damaging someone's property like that is unsettling. In Honolulu, Hawaii, a woman was caught on camera snooping around someone's carport. After a brief look around, she made her way upstairs and attempted to open the front door. This woman has been causing disturbances in the neighborhood, leading to numerous complaints to the police. Authorities are familiar with her, noting she has known mental health issues. So far, she hasn't been charged with any clear criminal activity. There's this guy with a white Sprinter van cruising around, eyeing large packages. He spots a hefty mattress set on someone's porch and decides to make off with it. Swiftly, he loads the mattress into his van and speeds away. As of now, this thief is still on the loose. A guy was simply strolling down the street, doing his own thing, when suddenly another guy armed with a weapon appeared and threatened him. He robbed the guy of his stuff and bolted. Luckily, someone called the cops, and with the help of ring camera footage from various neighbors, the police were able to catch the robber. A woman showed up on someone's property with a master key, aiming to take something from the mailbox. The homeowner stepped in to stop her.
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Taking my mail.
You're opening it from the master key.
Yeah, I know that, and I'm only taking one.
No, you don't even live here. Gotta go get the dog out.
It leaves you curious about what could have been so important for her to attempt theft at such a late hour. Some guys busted into a house in the middle of the day using a crowbar to get through the back door. They raided the bedroom, swiping Louis Vuitton and Gucci bags, plus some jewelry and shoes. By the time the homeowner got the cops on the line, those thieves were nowhere to be found, and the cops couldn't track them down. In Chula Vista, California, someone trespassed on a property and made off with the homeowner's barbecue and propane tank. The homeowner reported the theft to the police, but the thief is still at large. A guy in ripped clothes and without shoes was caught trying to break into a house. He attempted to crack the front door code but couldn't make it. Interestingly, he had a getaway car on standby. It's puzzling why he's barefoot despite having a car, which makes you wonder if the car might be stolen. Thankfully, he never managed to get inside the house. A man approached someone's driveway twice in one day, attempting to enter through the back door. On his second visit, he brought tape, likely intending to cover the doorbell. The guy appears to be homeless or possibly dealing with mental health issues. A guy walked up to a house, grabbed a kid's toy car, tossed it into his vehicle, and sped away. It's pretty unsettling to see someone so brazen that they wouldn't even spare a child's toy car. Early in the morning in Atlanta, Georgia, a man was caught on a homeowner's porch taking a package. The homeowner, notified instantly, confronted the man through a security system, asking him to leave the package. But the thief casually walked off with it.
Get out of there. What are you doing? Get out of there. Get out of here. Leave that package. I'm calling the cops. Yeah, the guy came back.
Did you go away?
He went away, but I think he grabbed
The homeowner promptly contacted the police, who were able to apprehend the thief not far from the scene. Porch pirates and weirdos aren't the only concerns around here. Imagine finding a massive mountain lion lurking in your backyard. That's not your average kitty. This beast could really do some damage. Luckily, someone reached out to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and they managed to safely capture and release the mountain lion back into a more appropriate habitat. There's this guy pretending to be a maintenance worker, but guess what he's really up to? He's going around trying to block people's doorbell cameras with a marker.
No. I'm so sorry to talk to you from a tree service. I see over here, maybe we need some tree landscaping. Clean up your yard or remove any stump of cement. We can keep a fierce makeup place to clean up or remove it. No.
Watch out for these folks posing as servicemen. They might actually be scoping out your house. There was this guy who popped up at an apartment complex, going around trying to open doors by checking the knobs. After a bit, he just lays down on the ground for a while before giving the doors another shot. When he figured out he wasn't getting anywhere, he just split. Seems like he might be homeless and was just looking for a spot to crash for the night. In Oakland, California, a man targeted a house and stole a bike right off their porch. He managed to escape with the bike initially, but the police later caught up with him and charged him with theft. This guy in a red hoodie was cruising down the street when he laid eyes on a nice bike. He figured he'd swipe it, trying to be all stealthy by opening the gate super slow so no one would notice. The homeowner was out, but their phone buzzed with the alert. They dialed 911 and the cops were on it, nabbing the thief and booking him for the theft. Here's another video where a Mercedes is stolen right outside the owner's house through a relay attack. The thieves quickly managed to take the car in just a few seconds. With keyless cars increasingly becoming targets, car owners are recommended to store their key fobs in a pouch or container that blocks signals when they're not using them. This precaution helps stop thieves from capturing the fob's signal. In Queens, New York, there's this footage of a man who's just trying to get into his house after a long day at work, unaware of what's about to unfold. The video captures him approaching his doorstep with another man suspiciously standing to the right of the gate, which immediately seems like a warning sign. Suddenly, another person comes into view, wielding what looks to be a weapon or knife, and demands money from the man. The video cuts off abruptly there. How do you think this all ended? At 3:25 a.m., a woman was checking out someone's front yard, lanai, and garage, and even walked up to their front door steps in Honolulu, Hawaii, despite the dogs barking. When the homeowner came outside at 3:21 a.m., the woman had already left in a white Mercedes SUV. It really gets you thinking, what was she so eager to find? 3 individuals targeted an Infiniti dealership on Breton Road SE, south of 28th Street, where they each successfully stole a car from the parked selection.
Bro, we're gonna get in.
The police were quickly informed of the theft and initiated a prompt response. During the ensuing pursuit, law enforcement managed to stop 2 of the vehicles, arresting 2 suspects. However, the 3rd individual escaped from the vehicle and fled on foot, evading capture. This woman was cruising around slowly, scoping out packages. She saw a package at someone's house and decided to snatch it. She swiftly grabbed 2 packages and dashed off. In one day, she hit multiple houses. Just a heads up, porch pirates swiped goods worth $8 billion in just 1 year. A woman spotted a man who looked like he was up to no good, checking out her porch before sitting down. He was even wearing gloves, probably to avoid leaving fingerprints. When she yelled at him to get off her property, he insisted he was just there because he saw a big spider.
Get the off my porch.
I'm sorry, I'll be on my way.
Get off! Now! I'm tired of people coming up on my porch. You're looking around for stuff. Get out of here.
No, I'm not.
You were. I saw you walk over there on my camera. Take your Take your go.
No, I saw a big spider over there.
You know, I don't care. You're lying. Stay off my porch. This guy is on my porch and won't leave. He was looking around on my porch, and I found him on my camera. And he said he saw a spider.
Yeah, I was calling up.
I don't care. You don't care. Get out of here. It's not your house.
You're gonna care when it bites you.
I'm in my house. It's not getting in here. Get the out of here.
You could get in your house. Good luck.
Don't ever come on my porch again.
However, a look around after the incident showed there weren't any spiders at all. This guy rocks up to a house in the dead of night, face all hidden and wielding a bat. He scopes out the place, looking for a weak spot to bust in, but can't seem to find one. Not giving up, he finally gets to work on a door, prying it open and makes his way inside. The video cuts off there, leaving everyone guessing what went down next. Ken Wong, 38, was heading home in the Cypress Hills area of Brooklyn, NYC, when he was suddenly attacked by 5 young men. They brutally slashed his head, stomped on him, and robbed him. Left helpless, Wong was later transported to the hospital, where he required extensive treatment, receiving 35 stitches and 16 staples for his injuries. The attackers have not been apprehended yet. Early in the morning, 3 guys pull up in a car near a house, with 2 getting out, while the 3rd waits in the driver's seat. They target a house a few doors down, where the homeowner, preparing to leave from his office with a clear view of the driveway, unknowingly has his car's key fob on him instead of in a protective Faraday cage. One thief checks the car's VIN number, while another uses a mesh antenna connected to a device in his backpack to capture the key fob signal, tricking the car into starting without the key fob actually being present. The shocked homeowner sees his truck being stolen, runs out to check, and later files a police report, though the thieves haven't been caught. A 2021 report highlights a significant rise in thefts of vehicles with keyless entry systems, noting a 40% increase from 2019, totaling an estimated 2.4 million thefts. In Skokie, Illinois, at about 5 a.m., a bunch of thieves tried their luck at breaking into a jewelry store. They whipped out a handsaw in an attempt to get in, but the alarm sounded off.
I ain't got that much time. Go, go.
Despite giving it their all, they couldn't make it through and ended up bolting empty-handed. Minutes after they took off, the cops showed up, but those crooks were long gone. Late one night, a group of 5 individuals targeted a house, breaking in while the owner was away. They quickly began stealing valuables and then focused on their main target, a safe. They managed to drag the heavy safe out, load it into their car, and make their escape. Investigators found DNA evidence inside the house that matched 2 of the thieves, leading to their arrest. However, the other 3 members of the group are still at large. In the early hours of November 16, 2018, 2 individuals targeted Christian Brownlee's Tesla Model S in Bexley, London. They employed a device, easily purchasable online for around £80, to amplify the signal from the key fob, which was placed near the front door, allowing them to steal the car in just 120 seconds. Despite clear CCTV footage capturing the masked thieves in action and a distinct footprint left in the mud of his garden, police response was slow, taking 10 days to visit Mr. Brownlee. When he provided the CCTV evidence of the theft of his 80,000 pounds Tesla to the authorities, he was informed there wasn't sufficient evidence to pursue the culprits. The inability to identify the thieves from the footage led to the premature closure of the case. On January 4, 2024, a man walking down a street began vandalizing cars by kicking and breaking their side mirrors. He didn't stop at one car, but continued this behavior with several other parked vehicles. His actions suggest he might have been under the influence of substances or driven by personal reasons. Regardless of his motivations, damaging other people's property like this is unsettling and unacceptable. Two individuals targeted a parked car. One doused it with gasoline and ignited it before they both fled the scene. Fortunately, security cameras captured the incident, ensuring they didn't escape consequences. Thanks to the footage, the culprits were arrested and charged for their actions. A group of 3 was roaming around at night, eyeing cars to swipe. They found a Land Rover and tried to make it theirs. However, their plan hit a snag thanks to the car's ghost immobilizer, which kept them from starting the vehicle within 20 seconds. The owner, being on the shorter side, had the seat and steering wheel adjusted just so, which meant the thieves needed extra time to try and get things going. Time they didn't have. With the help of the ghost immobilizer, the owner dodged a hefty 30,000-pound loss and the headache of skyrocketing insurance rates for the next 5 years. In Brampton, Ontario, during the dead of night, 3 masked individuals made their way to a residential home. They forcefully broke through the front door, causing a loud disturbance that alerted the occupants.
I hear a really loud bang, like boom.
Gurbachan Sangara, an 18-year-old living in the house, went to investigate the noise and stumbled upon the intruders. When they began to flee, he pursued them, shouting for his family to help.
I'm screaming as I'm making my way over here, so hoping my brother or my dad, somebody hears.
Security footage caught 2 of the burglars running off, while the third tried to make off with an Audi in the driveway. Even though he had the car keys, he couldn't get the car to start.
He has the keys, my brother has the other keys. He's not getting it yet. Tries making a run for it.
Failing to steal the car, he attempted to run away but didn't get very far. Sangara, with the help of his brother and father, managed to catch and hold him until the cops got there and took him into custody.
My brother, my dad, and me are surrounding him, trying to, get him to the ground and stuff.
From August of last year until August of this year, from what I could find, that 4 auto thefts on that street specifically.
The family managed to avoid becoming theft victims themselves, a fate not shared by some of their neighbors.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. Because we caught one of their guys, so most definitely, yeah.
It goes under the seat, go to the brake pad, and then lock it.
With 4 car thefts on their street from the previous August to that point, the community had been ramping up their security efforts, like installing pedal and steering wheel locks, to fend off would-be thieves. Late at night in Ashton-under-Lyne, UK, someone targeted a Range Rover Vogue SE. With a cloned key in hand, he easily entered the vehicle and drove away, slipping away without any complications. Currently, this individual remains at large and has yet to be apprehended. In Orem, Utah, an individual hopped over the locked fences of a farm at 6:13 a.m. and made off with an electric utility truck. The thief navigated through the backfields to escape, but was limited by the truck's battery power, which capped its speed at 10 miles per hour. After the theft was reported, Orem detectives located the abandoned truck at a nearby construction site for a new development not far from the farm. However, the thief has yet to be caught. Late at night, on November 30th, 2023, around 4:10 a.m., the person who posted the video said their daughter woke up and couldn't fall back asleep. The next morning, they noticed a notification from their Ring camera. Curious, they checked the Ring app and were stunned by what they saw. Exactly at 4:10 a.m., a fuzzy white figure appeared outside their house and then vanished as if it had never been there. What's really odd is that this happened right when his daughter woke up, but the identity or nature of this blurry figure is still unknown. A man has been repeatedly visiting a house in Vallejo, California, messing with the mailbox. He typically shows up at night wearing a hoodie, but this time he boldly came during the day and got caught on camera. After stealing from the mailbox this time, he returned the following evening and took more items. Since his face was clearly caught on camera, this should aid in catching him. Late one night, 2 individuals showed up at a house with the intention of stealing a Mercedes parked there. But what was their method? They employed a strategy known as a relay attack. One of them used a device to capture the signal from the car's key fob. which is kept inside the owner's home and then boosted that signal. This stronger signal was then sent to another device close to the car, tricking the car into believing the key fob was nearby. As a result, the car unlocked, allowing them to drive away. This technique exploits the wireless communication between the key fob and the car by taking advantage of security loopholes. Two individuals targeted a Mercedes parked in a driveway, utilizing the relay theft technique to steal the car swiftly. In less than 2 minutes, they were able to take the brand new Mercedes. It's worth noting that in the United States, vehicle theft statistics for the first half of 2023 revealed a significant increase in thefts, with a 33.5% rise compared to the same period in 2022, amounting to 23,974 additional vehicle thefts. In August 2020, Arsenal football star Gabriel and his friend Rodrigo Terravas were followed home after a night out by thieves demanding Gabriel's £45,000, Mercedes keys, phone, and watch as he exited his car. CCTV captured two masked and hooded figures entering the garage, with one, Abdiram, threatening Gabriel with a baseball bat. Gabriel, seen raising his hands, handed over his watch and car keys. When Abdiram attacked with the bat, Gabriel fought back, landing a punch and grappling with him before Abdiram escaped. However, Abdiram's arrest was inevitable after his DNA was found on a hat left at the scene. At a recent court appearance, it was noted that while the attack was distressing, there were no serious injuries. The court found no proof that Gabriel was targeted for being a footballer. Instead, it seemed he was followed for appearing affluent. Abdiram, with a lengthy criminal history and prior convictions, including substance charges, was on parole at the time. He received a 5-year sentence for this crime. Some troublemakers rocked up to a place at 3 a.m, smashed the car windows, and all they snagged was a phone charger. It's super creepy and messed up to wreck someone's stuff like that. Clearly, these clowns have nothing better to do with their time. A woman walks up to a house and starts knocking on the door repeatedly, trying to get the homeowner's attention. Meanwhile, her accomplice keeps watch from a distance. The homeowner chooses not to open the door, which turns out to be a smart move. This situation could potentially have been a setup for a home invasion or robbery. A man arrives at a house on a scooter and starts to take a bench from the porch. He has a hard time with it. When a light turns on, he gets scared but keeps going with the theft. He then tries to pick up his scooter, which he might have also stolen. It's unclear how he plans to manage both the scooter and the bench at the same time. This person might just have a problem with stealing. It seems you can't even leave benches outside now. In Brampton, Ontario, a man was heading to his house, unaware of what was about to happen. Suddenly, a car stopped, and a guy got out. This person walked into the man's garage, threatened him with a weapon, and forcefully took his car. The neighbors noticed the commotion and came outside, but there wasn't much they could do. Fortunately, the suspect was later caught by the police and ended up in jail. Late at night, two thieves stumbled upon two cars parked in a driveway. The first car proved difficult to steal, so they shifted their focus to a Renault Clio. By using a device to amplify the car's signal, they managed to unlock it within a minute and drove away. To help prevent such thefts, car owners can use steering wheel locks or other visible deterrents. On the night of December 11th last year, a security camera captured a man emerging from the darker side of the street, his face hidden by a hoodie. He walked up to a red car parked on the homeowner's driveway and began to puncture all the tires one by one with a sharp tool, then ran off the way he came. This incident leaves you guessing about his motive. Was it a prank, or was there another reason? If it was meant to be a prank, it definitely crossed the line. In Sheffield, England, two individuals targeted a parked Range Rover. Within just 60 seconds, one of them successfully broke into the car, valued at £60,000, and drove away. The car's owner reported the theft, but no arrests have been made yet. During the daytime, when a house was unoccupied, 3 individuals targeted it for burglary. 2 of them opened the gate and prepared a path for their car, which was then driven onto the property. They entered the house to ransack it, stealing jewelry, electronics, cash, and other valuables. Remarkably, they made no effort to conceal their identities, and a camera inside the house captured clear images of their faces. These images eventually led to their arrest. Keyless car theft, often called relay theft, or one-touch break-in, is increasingly common against vehicles with keyless entry. In this case, 2 thieves targeted a car in a driveway using this method. They quickly boosted the key fob signals from inside the house, unlocked the car, and drove away. Security cameras clearly captured one of them, leading to his arrest. However, his partner in crime, who assisted in the theft, remains at large. Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one. And if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. On May 1st, 2020, during the first COVID-19 lockdown, a terrifying home invasion took place on Carey Drive, Upminster, East London. Around 9:40 p.m., a distress call reported the incident involving a family that had lived there for 15 years, in a neighborhood usually free from such violent crimes. The ordeal began when Christopher Sargent, 28, posing as a delivery driver, rang the doorbell and attacked Raymond Hawkins, the father, with a knife under the guise of needing a photo for delivery verification.
I've got a parcel for you, mate. Dude, I'll put it on your door and take a picture because coronavirus.
Hey! No!
Soon after, 3 other masked assailants, also armed, joined in attacking the family. Without any video evidence, the family's accounts describe the brutal events that unfolded. The intruders first targeted Raymond, knocking him down and stabbing him in the head, rendering him unconscious. They then turned to Laura, Raymond's wife, threatening her with a knife, demanding the location of their safe, cash, and valuables, including expensive watches. Laura was dragged to a bedroom under continuous threats, while Raymond was beaten in the hallway. The attackers also threatened the couple's 11-year-old son, demanding valuables.
Larry, go! Larry! It's all Larry!
After stealing around 36,000 pounds worth of items, 3 attackers left, anticipating the police's arrival. Anthony, one of the robbers, stayed behind, still looking for valuables. Raymond, thinking the ordeal was over, locked the door, not knowing Anthony was still inside. Armed for his family's safety, Raymond confronted Anthony, leading to a struggle.
Postcode. Please. Please. It's blood everywhere. It's Jack been shot. It's Jack been shot. It's Jack been shot. His son's been shot as well. You've got to be quick. He was there over here. Look. It's only Jack and Ray, Laura. Is it only Jack and Ray? Yeah. Is it only Jack and Ray? Yeah. Yes, Jack, it's raining.
The police arrived soon after, and the injured boy was rushed to the hospital with a severe 15 by 15 centimeters wound. Despite the trauma, Raymond and Laura eventually recovered from their physical injuries. Following an investigation, Anthony was arrested and charged, but later acquitted of causing grievous bodily harm due to lack of evidence on intent to injure the boy. Christopher and AJ were also arrested. Christopher admitted to the robbery, while AJ was convicted of robbery, drug possession, and carrying a weapon. 2 assailants remain at large. On May 6, 2022, Anthony was sentenced to 18 years, Christopher to 15 years, and AJ to 20 years in prison for their roles in the crime. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.